welcome. This is the Zodiac readings, all signs, and it's time stamped, and it is for the weekend. So Friday and the weekend. I know, like, somebody picked on me the other day and they put a comment up saying, oh, this is not a weekly tarot reading, it's Monday to Friday, get things correct or something. And I thought, well, that's just how it rolls in my world. I just feel like the week for me is Monday to Friday, you know, and then the weekend reading is Friday through the weekend, through to Sunday. So it's just the way I see it in my crazy world. So if you don't like it, it doesn't really matter either way, really. They're all just readings, whenever you want to watch them or understand them, or if you don't, you don't. If you don't, then you're not part of this soul family, and that's just the way it is, really, because we're quite a unique bunch. We're quite a unique bunch, because I've been doing this channel for nearly, well, basically 4 years. I mean, I started the channel before 4 years ago. I started the channel freaking, I don't know, it must have been 8 years ago or something like that. But I didn't really post. It wasn't a tarot channel. I was just doing all sorts of crazy spiritual stuff. And it wasn't like I was doing it regularly either. But, you know, I've been doing this tarot, Awakening Tarot, you know, was born like 4 years ago. And so I know everyone who watches, and like, we are a soul family, and we are a bit of a crazy bunch. You know, and I understand you all. I literally understand you all. You know, you could book in with me and tell me any freaking crazy thing you like, and I will never be shocked. I swear, I will never be shocked by anything you tell me, because that's the soul family we are in. Like, I know my shadows. Like, I've faced my shadows, basically. I'm not saying there's not more that I'm not aware of, because that is always a possibility, but I mean, pretty much I can't see it anymore, because I've pretty much faced all my shadows. So nothing shocks me, and it is what it is, you know, like. So all I'm saying is, I don't really know why I started this, but all I'm saying is, I know that you understand, if you're in the soul family, we are a bit of a crazy bunch. And why not say the readings, the week ahead is Monday to Friday, and then the weekend reading is for Friday through to Sunday. I think that makes perfect sense. You know? Oh dear. But I've got builders all around me. You might hear banging, you might hear drilling. You know, this is life in the matrix. We just have to keep cracking on. Don't let anything stand in your way. Don't let obstacles trigger you to the point that you don't get what you need to get done, you know? So, right, so we'll go into Taurus then. Thanks for liking and subscribing, by the way. Thanks for giving the video a thumbs up, because that's what helps it get out across YouTube. And hopefully other people who resonate with this soul family will then join, you know, and subscribe and watch the videos and stuff. So, yeah. So we're going to Taurus, and I'm using the Romance Angels, by the way. That's the deck I'm using for the relationship message today. For our message from our spirit guides, what they're advising us and helping us with, I'm using the Work Your Light deck. And your light is your consciousness. And the consciousness is always there. You are always fully conscious. Your ego just obstructs your level of consciousness. And it's the ego we're trying to eradicate, you know, so that our light doesn't keep getting obstructed anymore, right? And it's hard work, but we keep getting up every day, and keep persevering, because you will eradicate your ego. You will make it subside and dissolve, you know, just with sheer perseverance. Because why should we not embody the full light that we are really are? You know, we really are the full light of consciousness. So we can do this. We can do it. Some days are easier than others. Taurus. Friday and the weekend. Finances and career. Financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. Okay. So there's a couple of different meanings with this card. Spirit could be communicating with you that there are some financial issues for somebody you're in a relationship with, or it could be for you. It might prevent you getting into relationships at the moment because you've got to focus on your career and your finances. It could also mean that you know, because we're, like I said, we're a bit of a crazy soul family on this channel, and not all of us have a, you know, what you might call a normal career. What we're talking about here is life purpose. Your life purpose at the moment is your priority, you know, and your life purpose may be children, family, finding yourself. I mean, our true life purpose really is to realise our full spiritual potential, you know, really realise ourselves fully as spiritual beings. That's everybody's life purpose. And for Taurus right now, that is your priority, you know, that's your priority, not so much relationships right now. There's something here over Friday and the weekend that needs attention to do with your life purpose, you know, and that is key to your love life. Right, so Spirit is saying that although there are delays with certain things in your life right now, you're actually in a much better position than you may realise, okay? So Spirit is definitely trying to reassure you with this. And they're also saying that there is actually somebody that's trying to help you, okay? So you're not alone, you're in a good position. Spirit wants you to keep cracking on, keep moving forward, because you're in a better position than you think you may be with a particular issue that has had delays and it's kind of been stuck for a while, yeah? Now, you've got the Eight of Pentacles here, which basically means over Friday and the weekend, you're just going to keep pushing forwards. You're just going to keep doing what you're doing. And the great thing is you are actually reaching a certain level of mastery. You've got the focus, you've got the purpose, you've got the drive, you've got the method, and you're in the flow, okay? You're really starting to produce good results in your life, yeah? And it's to do with your life purpose, all right? And it's like Spirit is saying, well done. You're cracking it, you know, you're really getting it now, and you're becoming an expert at what you're doing. And like I said, remember, this doesn't have to be a career, but it's some sort of purpose in your life that you are now getting in order, and you're getting results and you're moving in the right direction. And Spirit is saying, keep doing it, keep focusing on it, because you are breaking new grounds and you're going to be very, very successful. You're going to become a real expert at what it is you're doing, okay, Taurus? Okay, so we'll look at your person then. God, I feel like I keep going on and on about that all day. Right, now your person, they've been making good decisions, all right? They have. They've been making much better judgments for themselves, and they're moving in a good direction in terms of a lot of things in their life right now. Okay, and things in their life will improve as they get older. Money and just having the right people around them, all of that sort of thing is going to really improve as this person gets older. The only thing at the moment is there's still something they're very insecure about, and they may have a plan that isn't really going to work. They may still be insecure, or they may still be hiding something to a certain degree, okay? It's like they're not being fully honest. They might not be fully honest with themselves. They may have hopes for something that probably isn't going to work, or they may have insecurities they still need to address. But on the plus side, this person is making better decisions, and things do look good for them long term, generally. Very good. Queen of Pentacles, I mean, that is good energy. This person says, sometimes I stay awake thinking about you. Okay, so this could be the same person or somebody else who does think about you. Let's have a look at what your spirit guides are supporting you with. Trust your path. There you go. If you knew that you would be supported, what would you do? Well, you are supported, Taurus. Like I said, you've got this card here, which is Spirit saying with the Three of Wands, you're in a good position. Somebody is trying to help you. You're on the right path, you're on the right track, and you're going to keep getting better and better results now. and your spirit guides are supporting you on this path, and they are reassuring you that you are supported. And if you just keep visualizing the fact that you're very supported by spirit, how would you actually just relax? How would you actually just, you know, like vibe? And how would you just like keep rolling with life? You know, how would you be doing that? You know, because you basically are being supported. So it's really good, you know, really good few days. Like the Friday and the weekend does look good for you. You know, and no doubt the love life situation is going to sort itself out, you know, because you're focusing on your purpose or something else in your life right now, and you're getting that bit right first, and that's what spirit's trying to, you know, make you do first, type of thing. And then no doubt the love life situation will start to sort itself out, like I said. Okay, so we go into Virgo. Oh dear, I just laugh at myself because I just think I'm taking too long with the readings. I have to go and get my little girl from school in about an hour, but no, I should be all right. Okay, Virgo. Honeymoon. Oh, enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. So Friday and the weekend looks very good energy for you, Virgo. This is sort of like bliss, right? Bliss is a very high spiritual vibration. It is the highest, okay? Bliss is the true happiness of self, okay? It's basically the true happiness of spirit. And that's what we're here to fully realise. That's what self-realisation is realising bliss. And so the energy of bliss, the honeymoon card, it's like spirit saying to you, Virgo, you know, this weekend you're making some important breakthroughs. You're really starting to just experience some kind of higher spiritual vibrations. And this could, you know, this could really be related to a relationship, reaching new levels of bliss and oneness. But it's definitely coming from the fact that you're experiencing this within yourself first. So fantastic energy. You're basically going to be enjoying this weekend more than you've probably enjoyed a weekend for a long time. Okay. You've got the Queen of Cups, which just shows how much more in tune you are with your true self now. It's hard sometimes as a Virgo because you do have a lot of mind activity. I know, I've got Virgo in my chart, and it's like, you know, it can be hard sometimes for us because, you know, we just want to be planning and structuring and da-da-da-da-da. And it's like, you know, do we forget the heart? But there's been a breakthrough, and I think spirit is showing that you have tuned into your true heart. You have tuned into your true self, and that is fantastic news because over the weekend you're going to do very, very well with something. There is real success here, and it's like somebody is going to be noticing, or maybe even a group of people just noticing how freaking amazing you are. You know, like really. Okay. So we'll see what's going on for your person. Okay, so your person has been through grief or bereavement or loss or heartbreak. Okay, because they've got this Three of Swords. They're moving into the Three of Cups energy, which means they're healing, okay? Now, sometimes this person could use social situations or indulgence as a bit of a distraction rather than going into the deeper feelings. But on the other hand, it does look like they're improving. It does look like they're healing. They may even want to spend time with you over the weekend or connect with you over the weekend. They have got the Page of Swords. They're definitely watching you, thinking about you and stuff like that. They could have caution as well. They might be cautious, but they're watching you, thinking about you, and they may probably, I think, want to connect with you, right? Now, there's somebody here saying, we both know I am not the one for you, right? So this could be an ex, this could be an old energy, or this could be the vibes that they were basically giving out when they were going through all of this grief and heartache and struggle, you know? And it's like, I do think this person is cautious, you know, but the thing is, I don't think it honestly matters because you are making such major breakthroughs. I mean, to have the Queen of Cups, the Six of Wands, I know, Virgo, you are just, like I said, breaking new grounds within yourself, and you're going to be successful. This is the thing. You're going to absolutely be successful now that you have identified your truth and you're much more in touch with yourself. So it's going to be a lovely weekend for you. It really is. Your spirit guides are talking about transformation. They're actually really reinforcing this reading massively. This message, they are saying things are changing at a cellular level. There's deep healing. Virgo, you're going through a massive transformation, and it's all the way that you're connecting into your divine self, your feminine energy, your truth, your heart, you know, rather than getting obstructed constantly by this mind activity. Okay, and it's just like a major breakthrough. It's opening the doors for you. It's a major transformation in your energy, changing at the cellular level. I mean, that's to do with just your energy fundamentally now changing, you know, shifting. It's like going into the higher vibration of, you know, what I was saying at the beginning of the video, you know, that you really are spirit. And that is the vibration that you're now sending out, rather than, you know, obstructing yourself, living from the mind, and then what vibration are you giving out? It's not really you, is it? It's something else. It's just the mind, that your ego's version of you. But this is Virgo, living yourself. You are going through this major transformation, a deep healing. You're going to be experiencing bliss and happiness and joy over the weekend, and you know you've made a breakthrough. You know this is a turning point for you, and you're going to see results this weekend as well. In the people around you, they're noticing it as well. It's amazing. Okay, so we go into Capricorn. Oh dear, there was some noise from the drilling, but it starts and it stops. I'm just going to keep trying to push forward with it. Okay, Capricorn. Love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. I don't know if you got that card recently. I feel like you did. Yeah, so you're learning to respect yourself. Listen to your true self, you know, and what you really feel. It's making you more attractive. You're sending out better vibrations. You were very disappointed. You have the Five of Cups. This is what you've gone through. This is like major disappointment or loss, grief, regrets. A very difficult time that was a bit of a slippery slope, okay? And Spirit is trying to hold out like great new opportunities, but it's hard for you to really grasp that and see it, because it just felt like everything was wrong and nothing was right. But Spirit is confirming for you, like the next few days, you're really moving in your alignment now, you know, the star. It's like you're really making the connections to do with loving yourself and sending that love out to others, but not like giving and feeling like you're not receiving. Actually realizing that giving is just like a natural part of the fact that you found yourself, you know, if I'm making sense. Let's get some cards for your person. You're manifesting much better things. You're headed to your wishes fulfilled now. It's like you have realised a lot of the obstructions within your head, and when you remove those and you don't focus on the obstructions and you just literally focus on what's my truth, what do I love, and then I just go for it, that's moving you in your alignment. You know, then you're not self-sabotaging, you know. Now, your person here has the Three of Wands to the Three of Pentacles. They're starting a new path, okay? The path is chosen for this person. This is now a time of action. This is now a very positive time for your person. They are going to be moving forwards, you know, and you know, this is great because it's 2 threes, you see. 2 threes is like the path is chosen. It's a time of action. It's a positive time. It's a time of rebuilding. It's a time of being more excited again. So it's really nice for your person that they're feeling like this. And you'll be pleased for them. There is somebody saying here, I don't know if it's the same person or someone else, I wish I had treated you better. Okay. You know, that probably was difficult for your person because they were right at the beginning of a journey that was very painful and difficult. And so it was hard for them to sort of like be generous and giving because, truth be told, they weren't really even being truthful and kind to themselves. So they couldn't really be truthful and kind to anyone else at that point because, you know, they were obviously in a lot of pain and they just kind of had shut down to protect themselves. And so they had to go through this whole journey of reconnecting, work through their pain, then reconnect with who they are. And now they're sort of on that road, they can start to become a bit more generous and kind again. So things are moving forward for this person and they are going to be more ready to perhaps connect with you or connect with other people. And it's more of a positive path going forwards now for this person. And with you having the star, you know, you're now on a positive path. Wait, you know, it's a positive path going forwards now for Capricorn as well. You know, because the star is alignment, you know, and it's basically wishes fulfilled. Now, your spirit guides are reassuring you that you are not alone. The ancient ancestors stand beside you, keepers of the earth. Okay, so you are not alone. So there's someone in spirit that is literally guiding you, guiding you, guiding you, loving you, loving you, loving you. And they're getting closer and closer to you all the time. And they know that you have finally realised that there's certain things that your ego was doing, your ego was playing tricks on you and kept getting you to focus on negatives all the time and problems all the time. And spirit now knows that you are now aligning yourself to a higher vibration and you're learning to ignore the disappointments and the regrets of the past and just focus on the love in the here and now and the positives in the here and now. And that is aligning you to a higher vibration, and spirit is stepping forward. Someone in spirit is actually helping you and able to come closer to you at this time to help you even more. So there's going to be more positive things coming that are going to surprise you, and it's going to be very nice. Okay, so it's all there, and it's all confirmation that you know, things are improving for Capricorn. So we're going to Aquarius. Oh gosh, that card just fell straight out. I'm sure that happened for Aquarius last time. Well, the card came out very quickly. Keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. Okay, so, oh, this is very difficult, isn't it? When, you know, it is difficult when we're attracted to somebody or we're drawn to a person, or maybe it's just a situation that we're really drawn to it, but it's like, why? I don't know why, because this is just completely not what I want or it's not what I was looking for. It's very hard. And this is the process a lot of us go through, okay? And in fact, I think all of us go through this in some way, shape or form in our lifetime, because it's how spirit helps us burn off our ego, you know, and learn to become more aligned. Because the ego, the human ego, has a very set idea and expectation of what it wants, okay? And it's very hard when we realise that we're not getting what we want. And the most instinctive thing, and the way that we're conditioned by society, is to think, right, well, I'm not getting what I want, so I need to change it. I either need to change myself or I need to change what I'm doing, you know? Pick something else, you know, go on the endless search for the perfect job or the perfect partner, or you know what I mean. But it's not really about that. It's about accepting what you have got. And once you accept what you have got, or the way you are, and you don't try to change yourself anymore, but you just try to accept the way you are, and you accept where you're at right now, that's when spirit blesses you.
because what you've essentially done is you've ignored your human ego that's so demanding and having these fixed expectations, which is very egoic. That's what the human ego does, you know, and we're here to kill it off. So then Spirit is very pleased with you, you know. Spirit is very, very pleased with Aquarius right now, because you're embracing the way your life is unfolding, even though it's not really what you wanted. And that Spirit is filling you with more divine grace, you know. Spirit is blessing you, you know, so it's very good. It's not easy work to do, but Aquarius, you're doing it. You've got the Ten of Swords, so there has been some sort of bitter situation. It's like you got stabbed in the back, you know, and you didn't deserve it. You didn't deserve it, right? None of us do. But it's essentially, like I said, to kill the human ego off, you know, and now you're standing more in your power because you've learned acceptance, you've learned to surrender, you're learning to keep an open mind, you're learning to accept things as they are right now, even though your ego wasn't happy with it. You're learning to be the bigger person and accept it, you know, which is divine. And you do get blessed. You've got the King of Swords, which means you're more rational, you're thinking more clearly, you're not coming from ego, you know, you're being quite intelligent, really, and you're making decisions, you know. Now, there is also the possibility that somebody's going to be making a decision in your favour as well. But yeah, you're sort of coming out on top, basically, because you've accepted that you're gonna be humble, and you're gonna say to Spirit, right, okay, I have this has hurt my ego, it's not what my ego wants, but I'm going to accept the way things are, you know, or the fact that something is over, or something isn't how I wanted it to be, and I'm going to accept that, and I'm going to think more rationally, you know. And you're taking the higher ground. Now, there's somebody that you're attracting here that does basically want to celebrate with you the next few days, okay? So we've got the Page of Wands, okay? So you could receive communication, and this could be somebody who is attracted to you, all right? And they could be attractive as well. And look, celebration, happiness, joy, 10 of Cups. There's somebody there that is very, very happy because of what you're doing. So you're embracing something here. You are really embracing something, and it's amazing. Somebody's saying I replay our conversations over and over. So somebody really listens to you more than you may know. And they listen to you and they gain a lot from you. They really do gain a lot from you. Let's have a look at what your spirit guide's saying. You're much more clever. That's what I want to say as well. You're much more clever than you were. You've put to bed a very difficult time, and you've grown, and you're now a lot more intelligent about the way you're going about things. You are keeping an open mind. You've learned to just see that, you know, by acceptance and surrendering to what Spirit is currently giving you, you actually win. You do win in the long term, because, you know, we're all going to be winners if we reduce down our ego and we become more accepting and surrendering, because then we're much closer to source, you see, we're much closer to Spirit. And you've got this card here, answer the call. What is your soul calling you to do? And that's the guidance. That's what Spirit is saying. They're confirming that by following your call, you know, and just doing what is right, your truth, you don't need to worry about what your ego says, if it's telling you what its expectations were, or this hasn't worked out, or this isn't what I want. Just ignore it. Let the ego do that to you. Just ignore it and follow your truth, you know. And it's good, because you are coming out on top, you know. Your spirit guides are just saying, you know what your truth is, and you know you've got to follow it now, and just put the past in the past and keep moving forward now with faith. Okay, so let's go into Gemini. very soon. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. So you're getting a hell of a lot of clarity and focus the next few days, this weekend. It is going to be so crystal clear to you what you need to do, and it's fantastic, because when you get that clarity, there's no more confusion and things start to get very aligned very quickly. You have been conflicted. Look at that. 5 of Wands, okay? You've been very conflicted. You may have had a conflict going on externally in your life, which is kind of mirroring how conflicted you've been. You know, if you've got a conflict going on outside of yourself, and it might not be like a fight, but it's some sort of conflict, something that hasn't been harmonizing and coming together for you. And it's just because you were conflicted within yourself because you couldn't see clearly, and it's not your fault. It's just that that's what the ego does to us. It obstructs our ability to see with clarity. But you've obviously been doing a lot of spiritual work, and you've been clearing away the confusion. You know, you've been ignoring the ego and really looking into your heart, knowing what it is you really want, understanding what your truth is, understanding what's important to you, and just getting clarity on that. And now you're not confused anymore. Now you are on top of your game. You know, it's very clear to you. Nobody can manipulate you anymore, because you understand exactly what you need to do, or what's important to you, what your truth is. And that's a very clear energy. That's an energy where you're not conflicted. So whatever conflicts are going on externally, they're all going to start calming down for you. Everything's going to start to harmonize. Everything's going to start coming into a positive alignment, because Gemini, you finally cracked it, you see. So just keep sticking with your truth, you know, and you will. You will. And Spirit will bring you what you want very soon, because of the fact you're gaining this clarity and you're not conflicted anymore. Your person brings the Page of Pentacles to the Ace of Wands. There's somebody here that is extremely enthusiastic to bring you an opportunity that can grow. And this could be literally pertaining to anything in your life, and it could even be to do with money, okay? But there is definitely somebody, or there, you know, there could be somebody here that wants a relationship with you, but it could even be to do with money. The Ace of Wands can mean that as well. So it looks like you're going to receive some good things very soon. Now, there's somebody here connected to you, and it doesn't have to be to do with this situation or person. It could be something else. And they are saying, we both know that I am not the one for you. Okay. And that's clear as well. Okay. So let's have a look. You know, that could be an ex. That could be somebody you used to know. Could be anyone. Your spirit guides are saying, Lemuria, creating heaven on earth. It is happening. Well. It's going to be happening for you very soon. Your spirit guides are reassuring you, Gemini, that you are creating heaven on earth, okay? You are gaining clarity. You are being absolutely in your truth. You're not wavering now. You can see things more clearly. You've done the spiritual work, and things, because you're less conflicted, your life is going to start really taking shape and offering you good things, like within the matter of days, okay? So get ready. Okay, so let's go into Libra. Ooh. So you've got here romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. Okay, you've also got the card, let your friends help you, ask for and accept support from others. Okay. Romantic feelings, like I just said, your feelings are real and worth exploring. And you've also got new love. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. So there's all sorts going on here to do with romance, love and friendship, which tells me one thing and one thing only, that you are basically breaking new ground in terms of connecting with your truth, connecting with yourself, you know, because the self is love, basically. So This is great news. You know, you've got 2 Fours, which is being more rational. It's structure, his stability. Okay, in the tarot. And I use the numbers of the tarot. I don't do numerology. So 4 of Cups is like a stagnant time. It's like, oh my God, this was so stuck. I didn't understand what the hell's going on. You were full of resistance. Your ego couldn't embrace the way life was because it felt painful or it felt disappointing. It felt confusing, blah, 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 blah. And it just felt unfair or stuck, right? But here we've got the 4 of Pentacles. It's like you're starting to realise the value. You know, you're starting to realise the value of yourself, and you're also starting to realise the value of a lot of things, and you're being a lot more careful about where you put your energy, and you're very gradually, slowly making some good inroads here. Money will be good, and a lot of things will start to look good for you right now. You've got somebody here who is committed to you, okay? This could be a person or an opportunity, and it is committed to you. It's meant for you, and it's guided by spirit with here different cards. Okay, there's somebody here that's probably growing in consciousness. There's the Page of Cups, which basically is somebody who is exploring. They're on a new journey. They could offer you love. They could offer you friendship. They could offer you, well, they may be sexually exploring. They could be spiritually exploring. This could be somebody who is ready for a new spiritual or emotional adventure. It just feels new. It feels tentative. It feels, you know, a lot of different things. So there could be a new beginning in love, or there could be a new beginning for you on your spiritual path. Maybe both. Let's have a look at what your person's thinking. Okay, so somebody is saying, it could be the same person or different person, I hid who I really am from you. Okay. Yeah. So that's confirmation that somebody did hide who they really were, and that was probably, or an opportunity was being hidden. And that's really what probably was upsetting you the most. But once you join the dots, once you realise, oh, I just need to be more loving to myself and stop focusing on the negatives, because when I focus on the negatives, that is just feeding the human ego, and that's an obstruction from the true self that I am. You know, the more I entertain the negativity about the stuff that hasn't been working, the more I obstruct myself from all the true potential of spirit. So there's a very empowering thing that you're doing, and you're being a lot more careful with your thoughts, with your time, with your money, with your choices. You know, and you're keeping it all aligned, you're keeping it all high vibrational to what you really believe and your truth. And you're manifesting love, you're manifesting spiritual alignment, you're manifesting a new opportunity that you're really going to love. Get grounded. Empaths, highly sensitives, connect with nature. So as you now tune into these lovely vibrations of love and self-love and spirituality within yourself, and you're turning away from the negative ego and the past and the difficulties and saying, no, I'm not going to pay that attention. I'm not going to keep connecting with that energy because that has been obstructing me and dragging me down. It's like your spirit guides are able to get closer, and they're sort of drawing you more into your sensitivities. They're drawing you closer to spirit. They're drawing you closer to nature. So you can find yourself really immersed and empowered by the energy of spirit and the energy of nature at this time, which is a real blessing for you, and just heightens your energy even more. So there's definitely some spiritual energies coming close to Libra right now, you know, that are helping you to tap into the power of spirit even more, you see. So it's amazing. It's like a snowball effect. You know, when we turn our back on the negative ego, because the human ego is just massively negative. When it seems positive, it's usually more of like an addictive type pattern it's got. You don't find any of that in the high vibrations of your true heart. Your true heart is just pure, and it's just love, and it's spirit, and it's like that vibration just is where Libra is going. And that is why this weekend you're drawing much purer energy towards you, much more conscious energy, and you could be receiving, like I said, love. Somebody expressing their love or interest in you, somebody wanting to do a spiritual journey with you, somebody, or maybe just like a whole new chapter for you spiritually, where you just know you are closer to spirit as well. So it's amazing. You're putting all your sort of like spiritual money back in your bank and it's going to start overflowing really soon. Right, let's go into Leo. I've got a crack on. I'm going to start going too slowly in a minute. Leo. Getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. And you can only do that when you're real with yourself. When you're not playing a character, but you are actually, it's like constantly going, right, am I going back into an ego, like a human ego identity that I've created? Or am I being my true self? And am I walking in my truth? And you just keep checking in with yourself, and you're getting so much better at recognizing when you tend to drop into the false ego identity, or when you're actually being true to yourself, and you're getting the balance much better. You're getting it right. You're getting to know your true self, and therefore your relationship life looks a lot better. Like, you could be getting to know somebody, because you can only get to know somebody romantically properly once you actually know yourself, right? So your Leo's doing such amazing work right now. You've gone through loss, bereavement, hardship, struggle, pain, you know, regrets. That is just like painful energy. So you could have been purging recently, which feels intense, you know, and it's like, oh, it's been heartbreaking, right? It's a heartbreak card. But look what's happening. You're turning it around, the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is spinning around for Leo. It's spirit signifying that Leo is now going into a more fortunate period of time. You're going to be winning at the game of life. Ooh, so yeah, you are winning basically. So where you're doing all this work, getting to know yourself, being more true to yourself, your Wheel of Fortune is turning, right? Because that is the one and only truth. You know, the truth is the truth, and then that's how we tap into source, and then source can make the Wheel of Fortune turn. So this is great news, because you're basically manifesting a situation or a person that is very successful and could be the beginning of a new emotional fulfilling experience for you. Okay, and it could be career related or love related. I mean, it could even be fertility. It could be just, you know, the spiritual manifestation of your life coming together finally. It could be a very emotionally fulfilling job. It could be a very emotionally fulfilling opportunity for you here, of any kind. It, you know, this is just overflowing with abundance and success and joy and love and spirituality. So, wow. You're hitting upon and manifesting finally something that is exactly right for you, that's going to make you feel so happy. You're getting the balance right. The Wheel of Fortune is turning for you. Somebody is saying, I hid who I really am from you. Now, why was there somebody in your life that hid who they really were, who couldn't be real? Because it was just a mirror to the fact that at that point in your life, you weren't being real with who you really were either. And I hope you don't mind me saying that. I've got Leo in my chart. I was doing this for a long time. You know, I was hiding from myself who I really was because I thought, I don't know, I thought it was the right thing to do. I won't go into it now. There's loads of different reasons I did it. But when you're hiding from who you really are, unfortunately, what you do is you manifest loads of other people in your life who are also hiding from who they really are. And it's like nobody's connecting properly. Nobody's on the same page. How can they be, you know, if you're not yourself? But that's the past. That is the past. And there is nobody in your life like that now going forwards, Leo, I'm happy to say. Because you have made the breakthrough. You have got to know yourself better. You are being truthful with yourself. So you're going to be manifesting now the right people with the Six of Wands, the Ace of Cups. Somebody who can go all the way with you. You know, whatever avenue you're looking at, whether it's work, family, love, friendship, whatever it is. This is real, the real deal. Let's have a look at your spirit guide message. I've got to hurry up. Oh, I'm a nightmare. I've got to hurry up. Deep replenishment, retreat, rest and be held. Oh my God. That is beautiful. That is so beautiful. Spirit is totally nourishing you because of this connection you now have with yourself. The deeper the connection with yourself, the more truthful you are with yourself, and that can be really hard. Trust me, I know. But once you are, you don't need love from anyone else because you have got that, reached that truth within yourself, and that is then tapping into spirit, and spirit brings you the love. You know, and if you're confused on any of that, you can always book in with me because I know it can be really confusing. But I'm seeing Leo has made this breakthrough and you are now being held by somebody in spirit and you're being nourished by somebody in spirit because you've connected with your true self and you're following your true path, and you're going to be manifesting something that's very emotionally fulfilling here. I can see it in the cards. Okay, let's go into Aries. Aries. Codependency. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. Okay. Well, let's have a think about this then. I really see that this soul family is not about codependency at all. I think this soul family on this channel is all about breaking our codependencies issues, if that makes sense. But also we do have to be kind to ourselves and not rush ourselves, because when we have codependencies or addictions or like attachments, you know, that is sort of like a fragile process to break away from them. And we have to do it it's a very gradual process. Don't ever rush yourself to break an addiction or a codependency situation. Don't rush it. Because, you know, underneath that, there's layers, you know, of ego that you might not be ready or you can't rush going through. So it's like a protective mechanism. So it has to be done very gradual, you know. So don't feel bad if you're sort of struggling, going back and forth between a situation that you sort of want to be over or you want it to be different. It's like, be kind to yourself is what I'm saying. You know, I've been there. I've got Aries in my chart, and I've had situations myself, and it's like, we're going through some deep healing of the inner child, you know, and that's all got to be cleared out and it's all got to be healed, you know, and it will be and it can be, but it's a gradual process. There's no point in rushing yourself with it. Okay. Now, you are getting this really clear focus on, and a very clear visual on what you sort of like want. And, you know, some people are going to struggle with that. Some people are just going to struggle with it. And that's just tough because you're not here to abide everyone else, you know, or worry about everyone else's needs. You are here to be focused on your path. And you've got here the Nine of Pentacles, which shows basically this weekend, things get really, really good for you. You're just totally empowered. You're standing in your truth. You know your value and your worth. You're really starting to feel healthy. And don't worry if there is still something that you're working on, you know, and it's not still maybe quite where you want it to be, because Spirit is looking after all of us, and Spirit basically has our back, you know. So as long as you are making the efforts to be truthful with yourself and stand in your truth and your authenticity right now, that's all you can do, you know. And it's like yeah, now sometimes it's like the human ego, the mind, you know, it's kind of wanting to draw us to look at the negatives all the time. And, you know, that could be obstructing some of your relationships from being their highest and best, you know. And maybe there's going to be some negative thoughts that you can sever off at this point and not focus on anymore. And if you do that, that's actually going to help you raise your vibration and stop. If you feel like you've been sabotaging your relationships or your love life or anything like that, or you just feel like you've been sabotaging yourself generally, you know, I do feel Aries is going to be cutting cords with negative thinking, because honestly, the negative thinking is basically what makes the ego bigger, and that is obstructing you from your true power and light. It can obstruct you from achieving the highest and best relationships, even family relationships, friendships, you know. So there's a lot going on here for Aries. But the main thing is you're getting a clear focus. You're not going to allow any negativity to obstruct you. You're so focused going forwards. And this weekend, you're going to be feeling more empowered, just better, healthier, more positive, happy, you know, because I think you're making these breakthroughs. And your relationships are going to be all improving. Somebody connected to you has been trying to take their power back, and they've been cold at times, you know, and they didn't mean to do it. It's because of the fact that they've been betrayed and treated badly, and they've had problems, you know, and they sometimes become too cold and too guarded because of the fact that they, in their own way, they're trying to take their power back, but they sort of go about it the wrong way. Okay, now this person is very insecure, and it's like Spirit wants you to know. Spirit wants you to know that where you're getting yourself in a strong position and a very healthy position, your person, on the other hand, is actually struggling a hell of a lot more than you are. So somebody is talking about the timing that wasn't right. I don't know if it's this same person that is struggling now, could be, or it could be somebody else. Okay, the timing just wasn't right for us. So there's been a timing problem, but also I replay our conversations over and over. So there is somebody here who does pretend probably that they don't think about what you've said, but they actually really do. I shouldn't laugh when I say that. Now, what does your spirit guide support you with? The Age of Light. You've been training for this for lifetimes. Wow. Yeah, I see massively that Aries is at this current time breaking new ground. You are finally cutting some cords, massive cords of karma, you know, by realizing that you don't need to be drawn into other people's problems anymore, or other people's negative dynamics, and you don't even need to be drawn into your own negative dynamics. And that's the most truly empowering thing you can do, is realize that you don't need your own old negative patterns, right? Me too. Like I said, I've got Aries in my chart, and I've had negative patterns in my mind, and it's total obstruction, but we're doing it. We're realizing now, what is the point? I don't need, because all the energy that we were putting into thinking negatively about certain relationships and certain situations,
that was just wasting our time. If you just push all that to the side and just focus on spirit, yourself, your purpose, good vibes, you know, look how great we're feeling this weekend. It's all coming together. It's all coming together, and someone in spirit is letting Aries know that you have been training this for lifetimes. And finally, some karmic patterns that you've had, that you've been stuck in, are finally breaking. And it's been a very, very gradual process. But it's confirmation that you're finally doing it. So well done. Okay, so let's go into what we're doing. Sagittarius, Friday and the weekend. Oh dear. Whee. Right, you've got two lovely cards here. Give your relationship a chance, work on your partnership. Okay, so that could be any relationship. There's a relationship that is worth it. Heart-to-heart conversations, honestly discuss your feelings with each other. Yeah. So we have to be mindful that our truth is constantly changing, but we can only ever be in the present moment. So we do have to honour and respect whatever our truth is right now, you know, and then anything negative that tries to obstruct that, fear or strategizing about the future or any of those worries about the future, boom, put it to bed, because it's just thought activity that's obstructing you from being here in the present moment, honouring your truth, you know. And so there's something amazing happening here this weekend between you and somebody else, and also between you and yourself. You know, it's like, I am loving myself now. I am doing what's right for me now. And that is being truthful to myself and not sabotaging myself anymore with negative thoughts, you know. And it's like you really understand now about being honest about where you're at, and then ignoring anything out there in the matrix that's trying to screw with you and make you worry or make you stressed. Okay, it's just like boom, and it's bringing you closer with somebody. Now, you've been taking your power back. This is amazing. You were betrayed, you were hard done by, and you've been in the process of taking your power back. Now, you have to be quite cold in this situation, because you can't worry about everyone else when you're taking your power back. It's about regrouping, getting your stability back after being wronged, okay? Now, you've been doing that, which is good, and that's a lot of work, it's a lot of effort, you know, but you have been taking your power back and regrouping yourself. Now, there still may be some confusion around something in your life right now, and you still may not have complete clarity over it, but the answer is about finding yourself. The guy holds this world in the center, and that's his true self, okay? And the two wands is like the two different paths that keep you conflicted. And it's ironic, because what happens is we spend so much time focusing on one feeling and then the other feeling, and we're conflicted between, well, on the one hand I want this, on the other hand I want that. Can you see? We just end up conflicted, and that's what the ego does to us. It loves to keep us in a state of conflict. But you're going to find, Sagittarius, or you recently have found, this is what you're finding right now, is that the answer is in yourself. You know, the answer is just the truth, you, what your truth is. It doesn't matter about what other people think, and it doesn't matter even about, oh, there's one part of me wants this, one part of me wants that. No, just focus on your truth, put all your faith into your truth and follow it, you know, and that's what's happening. It's going to take you into a much better position. Next, what's coming for you is a much better position. Somebody, there's some sort of conflict, right? And it could involve 5 people, but there's been some sort of conflict going on, or somebody you're connected with who's been very conflicted and confused. It's probably felt like a battle, but it is a battle that can be overcome. And there's the 10 of Wands here, and this is somebody giving something up
they have to give something up because they're tired, something weighs them down, something doesn't do them any good, and something slows them down and obstructs them. And what's happening is this person's realizing that and realizing, I have to give this thing up because it's not worth my while. It's just obstructing me and making me tired. So I think you're seeing somebody, or maybe it's a situation, go from being very conflicted, confusing, really struggling. It's like a battle, to finally, although it's a bit of a tired situation, it's sort of drawing to an end. It's like, okay, this is going to get better now. This is going to sort of finally start to get easier. Somebody does think about you a lot. I replay our conversations over and over. I probably shouldn't laugh when I say that, but you've been trying to take your power back and you've been quite cold, and certain people haven't liked it at times, but they do think a hell of a lot about the conversations that were had, okay? Your spirit guides are helping you with the great gathering. It's all coming together. Intuitive hits, soul tribe. Yeah, it's all coming together. That's it. It's all coming together, finally. Your spirit guides are helping you. It's quite strange how I feel like the energy clearing up for you, Sagittarius, the next few days, and spirit bringing forth some kinds of like unity energy in your life. There's like unity, oneness, a much better position for you coming, more help coming, and a much clearer pathway forwards is coming. Okay, so you won't be feeling confused or like tired, or you know, like you're having to be cold. You won't feel like any of those things very soon. Very soon it's like unity and oneness and truth and coming together, and more clarity, and I feel like it's going to be such a relief for you, that it's like finally you can get closer to someone, or finally things start to resolve, okay? So that's the message. So we go into Scorpio then. I'm taking a while today. So it's not been too bad so far with these builders around. Like I say, it was so loud at one point today. I thought there's literally no way I could film. Oh dear, I'm not paying them. They're just there doing stuff to the building. Okay, you've got the honeymoon card. Enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. Okay, so you are reaching blissful new heights in your life, in your energy field. Whether you're in a relationship or not, it does not matter. That card is a card of the bliss of oneness of self, of spirit. So what I'm saying is, it's like, Scorpio, like this weekend is some blissful vibes, spiritual vibes for you. Feeling much happier in yourself and in your life. And yes, you could be drawing love towards you. Can imagine you would be with those energies. You've got the King of Cups. You know, you've gained much more mastery over your emotions. There's also somebody in spirit protecting you, and they have been protecting you, keeping you on the right track, okay? And now you're in such a great position. This weekend you're going to realise, my God, I'm in my power like never before, and nobody can manipulate me anymore. I mean, it's like you're just not even affected by certain situations that previously would have probably totally overwhelmed you. And now it's like, all right, those situations are there, but or maybe there's other situations coming, but I can deal with it. Like, you are just totally smashing it now. Scorpio, like spiritually, you know, you're just staying in your power no matter what's going on around you. You're so much better to equipped with things. and you know, and you're in your spiritual and emotional mastery. So life's starting to get a bit easier for Scorpio now. There's somebody connected to you, right, who has been through betrayal, hardship, and a very bitter, painful experience. They've got the Devil card. This person probably has addictions to cope with their issues because there's been pain. They may also slip into a false ego persona at times, and you sort of know that they're not really acting in their true self. But again, I think you can handle it. Like, I think you can definitely handle this person. Yeah, there's the King of Swords there. Now, basically for you, that means that you can deal with it logically and intelligently. You can deal with a situation or a person in a much more intelligent manner, in a much more logical, rational manner. Also, there could be somebody that is reviewing things that is going to go in your favour. I want to be more than friends. So there's somebody here that underneath it all does want more with you. We'll have a look at what your spirit guides are supporting you with. Boundaries. Where do you need to establish better boundaries? So spirit, if you're finding now that your boundaries are so much better, that's because someone in spirit's helping you with that, okay? There's somebody in spirit that's been helping you. That's, you know, and once you do have more spiritual and emotional mastery over yourself, that's when your boundaries become really easy, because until you have that clarity over your truth and who you are, it's really impossible to implement the right boundaries. But you're basically getting that perfect now. So you're well protected. Look at that. King of Cups and that card there. You're well protected and you're dealing with multiple situations so much better. I mean, life's just going to get more enjoyable for you now, Scorpio. It really, really is. Okay, let's go into Pisces. Okay, Pisces. Chemistry. There is a strong magnetic attraction here. When you're in your truth, when you just allow yourself to be in your truth, then that lovely attraction, that lovely chemistry is there, because there's no mind activity obstructing it. You're just like, you know, whether it's chemistry for you to do with an opportunity in your life or a person, when you just take all barriers away from the mind and you don't allow the human ego to create obstructions and worries and projections, it's like, wow, that chemistry can just flow out. Your truth is just flowing out, and things are happening for Pisces this weekend because you're not obstructing it with the mind. This has been a very healing time for you. You've sort of been celebrating. It could have been early celebrations. It could have been tentative celebrations, but it is healing celebrations. It's a bit of joy and happiness lately. You know, at times, sometimes maybe you do still get a little bit distracted from your truth, but generally you're happier. You have been happier. And you've got the Page of Swords, which means you're being very careful. You're thinking and you're watching, and you're cautious and you're careful about how you proceed, and you're not allowing yourself to sort of like dip into negative thoughts that may obstruct you from your truth, you know, and that takes a lot of spiritual mastery. You're allowing yourself to flow with your truth, you know, and that is true Pisces. Nothing is impossible. So this is an exciting new beginning, you know. Now, there's something in your reality that is becoming more stable. This could be a home, it could be a relationship, it could be an opportunity. and it becomes a lot more stable now, okay? Now, there is some little bit of confusion still there for somebody involved in this, but they are going to figure it out. Soon enough, they will be in a much better position to proceed. They are in the process of finding themselves and facing their truth. Sometimes they get distracted and torn and confused. You've already, I feel, broken ground with that. You've already got over that phase. You no longer get confused. You no longer get drawn into the dramas of the ego mind. You are focused on your truth, and you're careful where you put your time and energy. You don't waste your time and energy on drama and things like that. You're being real. Your person or your situation is becoming more stable, but there is still a little bit of work to do there. But this situation or person is going to soon come into a more favourable position. You know, that it's nearly there, I feel. There is a bit of a delay, but I feel it will come good. With this, it's a personal situation. I feel it will come good once there's a connection made. It's like there's one more connection to be made. Okay, I replay our conversations over and over. I wish things could be different. Okay, so there is a sort of feeling of somebody thinking and something being, somebody's reflecting, and something will come to a resolve soon. Okay, so, oh wow, look at this. This is an amazing card. Your spirit guides have brought you out the card Soul Star Mother. How can you mother yourself? It's beautiful. So it is about mothering yourself, because the Page of Swords is all about being more careful. Three of Cups is a healing energy. It's a kindness energy, you know. So yeah, there's a situation or a person that is meant for you. It's looking more stable, it's looking better. There's still a slight delay around it, but I feel it will resolve soon, as long as you, Spirit is saying, as long as you keep cultivating this energy of knowing that this is your truth, this is what you're going for, and blocking out, completely ignoring any negative energy or mind activity, because that is not mothering yourself in the right way. Spirit wants you to mother yourself and just continue to be enjoying yourself and kind. Does that make sense? Because something is manifesting here, because there is a strong magnetic attraction here between you and an opportunity, or you and a person. So it is going to come into fruition, as long as you can hold the right vibration and maintain it. Do you see what I mean? So there's something magical happening here for Pisces at the moment. Okay, so we go into Cancer. And I finally finished just in time to go and get my little girl from school. Oh dear, they've got Meet the Teacher today. Oh dear. Right, let's go into it then. Cancer. Cancer for Friday and the weekend. Worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. Wow. So, divine timing the next few days. This is a very divine time. Write the date down. This is going to be a time in your life to remember forever, you know. Let's have a look. Okay, so you have felt more excited and more passionate, and there is this Page of Pentacles, which just basically means a new exciting beginning. It's important for you not to get distracted. It's important for you to stay very focused at this time, because it's possible that there's competition. It's possible that there's conflict around you, or people trying to distract you, you know, or situations that could be distracting, and then you could get conflicted again. You know, it's like a lot going on around Cancer at the moment, and Spirit kind of is saying it's all about you staying centered. It's very important. I mean, I can't get that message across more directly. If you're Cancer, you're in this soul family, you watch this channel a lot, right now the most important thing is for you to stay very, very centered on your truth and not to get distracted or pulled off your path. Let's have a look. There's somebody here that is really had very bad abandonment or rejection issues, or they've had poor health, poor mental health. They've had fear, like insecurities, like their ego plays out a very negative story in their head. It's been hard for that person, but they're basically coming into this Empress energy. It doesn't matter what gender or sexuality this person is. The Empress energy is basically an energy of a time of progress and fruition. Okay, so and it's about valuing the self and being very ready to just be open to life. So somebody's going from being very closed off, shut down and scared to opening up and being ready. And this could be the same person, or it could be that you've gone from one person and now you're manifesting somebody new who's much more ready and open and present with you. Yeah, so it could be, it depends on your situation. It could be somebody new, or it could be the same person who's now healing and ready for life. Basically, they're much more open to life. So that's why it's so important for you to stay very centered, Cancer, because this is all divine timing. And like I said, it's probably worth writing down the date, because there is so much happening right now that has always been predestined to happen. So it's a pivotal time. Let's have a look at like, you will never forget this period of time in your life. Your person, now this could be an ex or somebody from the past. We both know I am not the one for you. Or when they go into this negative mind frame, that's how they see it. Okay, this is how they see things when they're in a negative mind space. And it's sort of like everything then starts to become conflicted and negative, you know, and then it's just pulling you out of alignment. So these are the challenges that Spirit throws at us in the Matrix. Like, we're like literally every day in the Matrix, it's like this. Okay, 5 of Wands. 5 of Wands represents the struggle of life, because in the Matrix, it doesn't matter what day of the week it is, there's going to be different challenges that come up out the blue. Lots of different types of things. And it's just how we stay centered. And I think, Cancer, we can now. We've got this Page of Pentacles, which indicates how we're excited for this new beginning in our life. Finally, we trust more in Spirit. You know, we trust more in our truth and following our truth, and we're excited to follow our truth. So even when we do get challenged, even when things do feel crazy, it's like, just keep holding on to your truth, because that will just keep you going, and then that will just stop any of the fear and any of the frightened thoughts or the negative thoughts from obstructing you on your path, you know, because something is manifesting here and it was always meant to happen, always. Let's see what your spirit guides are saying. You can hear drilling. Okay, Star Mother, how can you mother yourself? That card just came out for Pisces. It never comes out. This card never comes out. And Cancer is the mother. The Empress is the mother. Look at that. You know, now this is a very important message, because, I mean, all of these cards really, for me, emanate out the same energy. Okay, the Empress to the Star Mother to this divine energy here. And it's like, wow. What can I say? Cancer, you're joining the dots in your head. You are pulling yourself into this alignment. Someone in Spirit is helping you to basically stay aligned at this time. And it's amazing, because you're turning a situation around in your life from being the worst it could ever be to finally being the best, like the best new beginning that you could ever have imagined. And it's divinely timed, and if you stay centered and stay very present and you don't allow your, any negative thinking to kind of start obstructing you, you're going to really crack it this time. So this weekend is fantastic. This weekend is fantastic. It really is. So that's the message. It's Spirit saying, Cancer, it's been worth it. It has been worth everything you've gone through to get to this point finally, so just stay centered right now. So if you would like to book in for a reading, do contact me. I do a 40-minute reading, I do an hour reading via video call, and you can pay by PayPal or bank transfer if you're in the UK, bank transfer if you're abroad, PayPal. And I also do a 10-minute voice note reading, which is much more affordable and cheaper, if that is helpful. And I also can do your birth chart with you, because I do a certain thing with birth charts which really helps unlock things for you, so that you can finally understand what exactly it is Spirit's trying to get you to do. Like when you're confused, Spirit's basically trying to get you to understand something that you can't really see, and that's where I use the birth chart to help you understand what Spirit's trying to explain to you and help you with in your life. So you can always book in for a session with me on your birth chart, or in the tarot, it's fine. And thanks for supporting the channel, thanks for giving the video a thumbs up. I'm sending you lots of love, lots of peace wherever you are on Gaia for your Friday and your weekend. One love.